Hi, I'm Peter Barsoom, co-founder and CEO of 1906. Welcome to our state-of-the-art production facility here in Colorado. Before we go out on a tour of our production floor, I want to give you a little bit of the history behind 1906 and how and why we're considered one of the most innovative brands in cannabis today. 1906 gets its name from the last time cannabis was nationally accepted as a widely used beneficial medicine the year before it was prohibited. We have this saying in the company that cannabis is the greatest medicine on earth, and we're on a mission to reestablish it as a trusted, normal part of daily wellness. Since cannabis was illegal for more than 100 years, there's been little innovation in how it's produced, consumed, or marketed. Consumer needs have evolved, and so has the science and medicine behind cannabis. And that's where 1906 fits in. High-functioning adults, people like you and I, are looking for better alternatives to alcohol and big pharma to help them sleep better, manage pain and anxiety, and connect more intimately with themselves and their partners, for instance. For us, it's not about getting high, it's about helping you do all the life stuff better. We believe that low-dose, fast-acting cannabis, which delivers a specific effect, can help millions of people feel better every day. That's why I left finance and started 1906 5 years ago. My path to cannabis began when I was 21, and I was diagnosed with ADD. Like millions of others, I was prescribed Ritalin and Adderall, and while it helped me focus, it really had a lot of adverse side effects that I hated. And although I tried cannabis when I was an adult, it never really worked for me. I always felt anxious, didn't like the way I smelled when I smoked, and it just wasn't pleasurable. In the last few years, however, I discovered low-dose cannabis, and particularly cannabis when paired with CBD gave me that feeling that I was always looking for, an all-natural feeling of being a little bit more normal, but not feeling high. And so that's why we started 1906, is because we believe that low-dose cannabis, particularly combined with CBD, and particularly combined with other plant medicines, can really work better than what's in my medicine cabinet today. I was also at a point in my career where I wanted to do something to create a positive impact for a lot of people. And I saw cannabis, specifically a new kind of cannabis products, and other plant medicines as a way to do this. You've got this plant that has incredible versatile powers, but it's in desperate need of an overhaul. Now, for cannabis to be a potential alternative to alcohol and big pharma, and meet the needs of a large and growing segment of adults, particularly women and seniors, we came up with 5 non-negotiables that need to be in all of our products. 1, they have to deliver distinct effects, because it's not about getting high, it's about feeling a particular way. 2nd, they need to kick in within 20 minutes, not 2 hours. 3rd, needs to be low dose so that users feel in control. 4th, it has to be appealing and light up your senses, because it is about pleasure. And 5th, it has to be accessible to someone who's previously been intimidated or scared of trying cannabis. Now, those are 5 pretty lofty goals. And when we first started the company, people told us that we were crazy, that we couldn't accomplish all of that. We started in 2015 and spent 2 years literally in the lab working on new formulations, working on combinations of cannabis with other plant medicines, working on getting the fast-acting piece right. And finally, in 2017, we launched our products into the market. And we've had an amazing response from consumers. People who tell us every day that midnight works to give them the best quality of sleep that they've never had, that they're taking Genius instead of their Adderall or Ritalin and able to stay focused, that they're having the best sex of their life today on Love. Getting these stories, these testimonials that we get every day, has really been the highlight of my professional career, and the reason why I started 1906. Now, come and join me on this tour, and let's take a look behind the scenes of how all the science and magic behind 1906 happens. So we're starting off in the 1906 showroom, and now we're going to go into the lab where all the science behind 1906 starts. Here in the lab is where we do 3 things. All of our R&D work gets done here. 2nd, our fast-acting technology. And then 3rd, our formulations of cannabis and other plant medicines. Natasha, who's our head of R&D, is currently creating one of our next batches today. So she's using our lipid microencapsulation technology, which is the only scientifically proven fast-acting technology in cannabis today. And that's what allows you to start to feel the effects within 20 minutes. Maggie and Steven are preparing one of our formulations for our drops experience. So they're combining cannabis with our other plant medicines before it goes out onto the production floor. So we're going to go out onto the production floor where today we're making peanut butter cups, which is my favorite product. And I wish you could smell how good the factory is smelling right now. Our chocolate covered coffee beans and our drops. So come join me. So today we're making peanut butter cups. After the infusions and formulations are prepared in the lab, it's then brought out here onto the production floor, mixed in with chocolates in our chocolate tanks, and then we triple test it before we actually produce our chocolates to ensure that it's 100% accurate and consistent. This is a state-of-the-art chocolate depositing system that no other cannabis company in the country has today. It starts with molds that are coming down here. They're heated up to a precise temperature, and then chocolate flows through to form the shell of the peanut butter cup. So in the shell is where all of the cannabis and all of the active ingredients are. It then goes through, and the shell is formed with a supercooled head to give it the precise thickness, because the shell is where all the cannabis and all of the plant medicines are formed. It then goes through and flows into a cooling cabinet, and then we deposit the peanut butter again, and then finally it's capped at the end with another layer of chocolate, and the 1906 stamp is stamped on the top. This is where we make our chocolate covered coffee beans. Our Go and Love coffee beans are two of the most successful products in Colorado. And first it starts with getting the highest quality coffee beans. We source our beans from Kenya. It's a very particular type of bean called pea berry beans. We then have it roasted by a local roaster here in Denver to our specific roast curve, because we want to get the flavor exactly right. So after the beans come to us, we then sort them to ensure that each and every bean is of homogeneous size, because every single coffee bean has to deliver exactly 5 milligrams of THC and 5 milligrams of CBD. So all of the beans have to be uniform. The next step is what we call the panning process. And beans are added into the panning machine, and then chocolate is slowly added in over a period of a couple hours to ensure a uniform buildup of chocolate on the coffee beans. So after the beans are coated with chocolate and they're of perfect size, it then goes through two other processes. The next step is polishing the beans. And then the third and final step is the glazing process, which Angel here is applying a shellac to the beans, which gives it a perfect coat and a perfect shine. I want to show you one of our coolest innovations, which is our laser station. One of the requirements here in Colorado is that every single product needs to be marked with a THC symbol. We are the only company that's developed this unique laser system in order to literally etch the THC symbol on every single coffee bean. So in 45 seconds, it can mark 63 beans. On one side, the THC symbol, and on the other side, 1906. Here's our packaging station for our chocolate-covered coffee beans, and we've taken what is a pharmaceutical-grade tablet counter and adapted it for our chocolate-covered coffee beans. So the coffee beans are loaded up into a hopper, and this system automatically counts out exactly 20 coffee beans, which are deposited into each of our tins, and then a top is applied to the tin. This is our tablet press. And to show you a little bit of how the tableting process works, the infusions, which were prepared in the lab, are put into the hopper, and this is what Stephen is doing right now today. Then, as the powder flows through, the tablets are pressed, and each and every tablet is measured by compressionability and size and weight to ensure 100% accuracy, so that each and every tablet that comes out meets our exact specification standards here today. After the drops are produced on the tablet press, they're then coated, and then once they're coated, they're deposited into a hopper. This system, which was specifically designed for 1906, So each tin is loaded up here. We've got an automated conveyor belt. This system counts out exactly 20 or 30 drops, depending upon which product it is, automatically fills each tin. It's check weighted to ensure that there's exactly 20 or 30 drops in that. And then we have a manual step in addition to that to ensure 100% accuracy. We also apply a cellophane sleeve so that the consumers know that it's tamper resistant as well. So even though Colorado law doesn't require that, we go that extra step to ensure consumer safety. So thank you all for giving us an opportunity to show you a glimpse of what's behind one of the most innovative cannabis companies in the US.